So your mind will always go to the past and say, well, when we go on vacation, this is what we do. We plan to maintenance.
Mm,
But if every time the result is you are exceeding maintenance and you feel horrible about yourself, and for a lot of people, they even abandon tracking altogether, right? They just say, well, what's the point? Then what you kind of have to do is something different, but your mind's never going to come in and say, oh yeah, you can't, you have a hard time hitting maintenance, go for 4,500. It will never do that. And it's going to feel wildly uncomfortable. But what I have learned over time of coaching people one-on-one is that's really the only way you elicit change. It's to do something that is usually counter to the messaging you're getting from the past. Was that
mhm.
something that became maybe more clear to you as you were kind of seeing that as one example, but maybe other areas of your life that it would apply to?
I can't say that I've applied it necessarily to other areas of my life since then, but yes, the message is becoming more clear. I think we get so stuck in our ruts and it's so hard to get out of them. I am trying to see things differently and
Mhm.
trying to see how I can do things differently to not get stuck in the same habit. It's just really hard to recognize that habit. I didn't recognize what I was doing on vacation as a habit per se. It
Yeah.
was just I thought I was doing the right thing, and you're like,
Mhm.
"Stop. You plan the
Yeah.
4,500 day." And that was, "Oh, okay." So
Yeah.
I'm going out I'm having a long weekend away next weekend, and I'm planning 4,500 for every day.
Mhm.
I have a work conference at the end of the month. I'm planning 4,500 for every day. I'm just that'll be my new go-to.
Yeah. Yeah, and what's cool is that'll continue to morph for you because what was interesting, you said you had your one hog wild day, but then you noticed the next day it's like, "Well, wait, I wanna have my solid breakfast and I want my fruits and vegetables." But when you feel restricted and you're repeating a same seemingly restrictive pattern, your mind never can see those other things as well
Mm,
because it's still in that same habit loop of we're feeling restricted, we're on vacation, we're only going up to maintenance, I'm going to keep this contained. And then it's usually a rebelliousness that shows up, right? So it's by shifting the way you handle it, you open up to new possibilities of new thoughts to show up.
yeah,
That's
absolutely.
that's amazing. And one of the things that I know that creates a lot of resistance for people around this is really thinking they're the ones generating all their thoughts. Well, wait a minute. If my mind's saying it, it must be me. It must be coming from me. I must be in control in some way. And that's why one of our assignments in the 6 week intensive was for you to actively try to control your thoughts. I was curious to hear either from your own perspective or hearing other people sharing about it. How did that maybe help you start to see this whole mind thing a little bit differently?
It helped because I realized I can't control them, right? That exercise we did of, I believe it was just have no thoughts for 10 seconds. And then I forget the specifics that we went through in that call, but I just couldn't do it at
Mhm.
all. So it was, oh, okay. Um, Recently, I forget what happened, but something happened. And I thought back to your talking about, well, if I was trying to predict the future. I was trying to
Mhm.
predict what was going to happen, what the outcome was going to be on something. And I remembered you saying, well, if we could predict the future, why didn't we predict COVID? Why did, and so, right. Hello, Erin. Yes, I didn't know COVID was coming.
Yes.
So I feel like the change for me is slow, but
Yeah.
consistent.
Mhm.
I can see it happening. I'm continuing to take in some of those other teachers that you exposed us to, and it's just being really helpful in little ways. I see the lower brain showing up in other people, and I know that it's like that's okay. That's them to deal with, not for me. That's not for me and my lower brain to get stuck on.
Yeah.
Um, but it is. I just really appreciate everything you taught us, and I'm just continuing to learn from it.